Good day, good day, good day, good day, everyone.
And welcome back to our daily talk show.
So, I found out a trend that is going viral today, girls.
You go, girl. Name it.
Calling people by colors. It's ridiculous.
Well, really? Should we call each other by colors too?
Well, guys, there is something we should talk about that is relevant these days.
Yes. But before we go forward, our guesses for this day.
Now, please welcome yellow, red, green, white, and black family.
Welcome, guys. For people who don't know them, they are a family of public speakers aiming to help and guide people like decision making and so much more.
They have traveled 20 countries already. That's amazing.
Now they are focusing more on their public speaking about the audiences of counseling, setting methods and tools of it.
Since you guys have different roles to play in your public speaking, we might ask you one by one.
Starting with you, Mr. White, would you be kind enough to at least give us the 3 basic counseling approaches?
So, good morning everyone, I am Lyle Collins, and today I'm going to talk about the 9 basic approaches for counseling. Today, I'll be explaining also the 3 basic approaches for counseling. So, the physicoanalytic therapy, a person-centered therapy, and the behavior therapy. So, the physicoanalytic theory explains the human behavior in terms of interaction of various components and its personality. So according to Sigmund Freud, these components are the ID, the ego, and the superego. So the ID, which is the pleasure principle, the ego, which is the reality principle, and lastly the superego, which is the embodiment of parental or social ideals established during childhood. So next is the person-centered therapy. So this approach actually facilitates the personal growth and relationship of a client. So by allowing them to explore and utilize their own strengths and personal identities. So lastly, we have the behavior therapy. So this form of therapy seeks to identify and help change potentially the self-destructive or unhealthy behaviors. So it functions on the idea that all behaviors are learned and that unhealthy behaviors can be changed. So that's it for the 3 basic counseling approaches. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for that, Mr. White. Explained it very well. Now for Miss Yellow, can you please give us your positive comments in regards to the basic counseling approaches and how they're helpful to us?
Counseling gives you time and space to work through your problems. Therapy helps you gain a different perspective on problems and issues. Therapy provides a safe, non-judgmental, and respectful environment. Counseling can help you regain well-being and balance in your life. The counselors helps you develop good solutions to your difficulties by assisting you in clarifying concerns, exploring possibilities, developing strategies, and increasing self-awareness. Basic counseling is helpful to us because it helps us identify the factors that contribute to our difficulties in life. This can be psychological, behavioral, interpersonal, or situational difficulties. Counseling also gives us the benefit of improving our communication. We're able to control our behavioral outbursts and support emotional exploration.
Wow! Very well said, Miss Yellow. Now, how about you, Mr. Green? Can you think creatively and come up with a situation where operant conditioning is applied?
Operant conditioning is a learning process whereby deliberate behaviors are reinforced through consequences. For example, A child may be told they will lose recess privileges if they talk out of turn in class. This potential for punishment may lead to a decrease in disruptive behaviors. One situation that may relate to operant conditioning is by giving out incentives and bonuses. Workers are often offered with the incentives and bonus in return of completing their targets in time or for regular attendance. It makes the workers perform better so that they can continuously get those incentives and bonuses.
Thank you, Mr. Green. Next up, we have Mr. Black. Can you explain the multiple rules of school counseling and give some possible negative outcomes and weaknesses of it?
The possible negative outcomes in Lesson 4 could be drug abuse, child abuse, and underdeveloped social skills. The usage of illegal drugs could lead the individuals to affect their health and other aspects of their lives. It could be the reason why some of us committed suicide. The reason why people use drugs is because they don't feel the love of their family and friends. Second is abused children or child abuse. Child abuse is doing violent things or abusive things to a child. Example of child abuse is doing it physically, emotionally, or sexually. Third is underdeveloped social skills. Example of having an underdeveloped social skill is feeling left out on other groups, accidentally saying wrong things, being awkward, and other people don't seem to be interested in your stories. The possible negative outcomes in Lesson 5 could be school issues such as lack of engagement, poor results, and lack of confidence. First, lack of engagement. Lack of engagement means a scarcity, shortage, or lack of something that is essential or wanted. Something that is needed but is either unavailable or in little supply. Second is poor results. Poor results means inferior in terms of quality, causing dissatisfaction, disappointing, or undesirable. It also means studying but didn't get the topic well. Third is lack of confidence. Individuals nowadays have this kind of negative outcome. Example is when they are called by the teacher and couldn't speak freely because of the people staring at them and expecting to laugh or say bad to them.
Wow, now that was enlightening. Now to our last interviewee, Miss Red. What do you feel about the methods and tools in counseling emotionally and how it may affect others?
And wow, you all inspired us to be a great listener to our close ones and advise them well.
And I think that's a wrap. Thank you, dear audiences, and to our guests who made time to visit us today.
And again, this is your daily talk show.